Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know, guys. Hello, everybody. I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there is no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know, guys. Audible. Okay, that's great. So there's no issues with the audio or the video, am I right? Amazing, guys. Amazing. So, how are you guys? Are you all right? Please let me know. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Please let me know, guys. Are you all right? Please let me know. Great. So I would like to welcome you all to one of the boot camps by DevTown. I think so many of you are coming for the very first time to a boot camp that has been organized via DevTown. Can you guys let me know for how many of you in the live chat, of course, this is the first boot camp that you're attending via DevTown, guys. Can you guys let me know if this is the first boot camp that has been organized via DevTown for you guys? Please let me know. Please let me know in the live chat, guys, if this is the first bootcamp that has this is your first bootcamp that you're attending that has been organized by DevTown. Okay, that's great. That's amazing to see. So many of you are here to learn about artificial intelligence, and it is going to be something that is going to be new for you, because what I'm able to understand from my previous experience with students is that students literally have no clue about artificial intelligence and what it really is. So it is going to be something that is going to open up your eyes as well as your mind on this particular topic. And one of the benefits of this bootcamp is immediately after this we are going to have another bootcamp, that is the machine learning bootcamp, A to Z machine learning. So you will be able to identify the differences, similarity, as well as get a comprehensive overview of both the topics. Because what I've seen for most of the students is that they have a conflicting views. Like they think that artificial intelligence and machine learning is the exact same thing. So that will help you open up your mind as well to both the topics. Okay, and do not worry. The only prerequisite for this particular bootcamp is going to be English. So if you are able to understand what I am speaking, that is more than sufficient for this bootcamp. We will be learning Python. We will be learning about AI, types of AI, what is exactly AI. We will be working on a project as well in in artificial intelligence. So we are going to create our very own tic-tac-toe player. So that is going to be our project for this particular bootcamp, wherein we'll be using machine learning algorithms to create an AI that is able to play tic-tac-toe. So I think so it is going to be very easy, guys. If you are, like I said, the only prerequisite is just so that you are able to understand my English, and that would be more than sufficient. Okay. Okay. The second thing is this particular bootcamp has been brought to you in collaboration with Microsoft Student Learn Ambassador Program and Google Developer Groups. So these are the two people who are going to certify you along with DevTown. So in total for this particular bootcamp, you will be receiving 3 certificates. Like I said, one via DevTown, one via Google Developer Groups, and one via Microsoft Student Learn Ambassador Program. I will be showing you guys both all the 3 certificates as well, so that you guys are able to see this. Now yes, there will be a criteria for the certificates. Okay, so every single day the classes will be from 7 to 8 or 8:30. So the classes will be for 1 to 1.5 hours starting from 7 in the evening itself. Okay, along the same, guys, the thing is that you will have to attend the classes live. So only those students who are attending the classes live, as well as will be taking up your attendance in the middle of the class itself. Okay, I will be telling you how we will be taking up your attendance and everything, so you don't have to worry about it. So you will have like an hour or so to fill up the attendance form after the end of the class. So those students who are attending the class live, only those students will be able to get these certificates. Okay, so how will you get the certificate, where you will get the certificate, what is the criteria of getting the certificates, and everything else, I'll be telling you guys at the end of today's class, not right now. Okay, how will I take up the attendance, what is the criteria for attendance, what is the criteria for certificates and everything, I'll be telling you guys at the end of today's class. Okay, so there will be a lot of people in the live chat who will be asking the same question again and again, and I don't want to be wasting your time, so that we are able to spend a lot of time on studying itself. So if you are able to see any questions that we have already answered in the start itself, please try to answer them for these kids, okay, so that it's easier for them to be able to focus upon the class. Okay, so I will just repeat myself once again. Okay, so this is going to be a 7 to 8 day long boot camp. The classes will be from 7 to 8:30 every single day. You will have to attend the class live. Once you have attended the class live, we will be asking you for your attendance. How to give the attendance, where to give the attendance, will be letting you know at the end of today's class. According to their attendance, so according to your attendance, we'll be having the certifications that will be given to you. There will be 3 certificates that will be associated with this particular boot camp. That is the DevTown certificate, the Microsoft Student Learn Ambassador program certificate, and the Google Developer Group certificate. The next particular stuff is that the only prerequisite for this particular boot camp is going to be English. So if you are able to understand what I'm saying, that is more than sufficient for this particular boot camp. Okay, we'll be starting to learn from Python. We'll be learning about AI, what is different types of AI, how does AI actually work. Then we are going to look at a project. We are going to create an AI bot that is able to play tic-tac-toe, that is your cross and zeros that you usually play with your like colleagues or your friends itself. Okay, so let me just introduce myself once again. My name is Shaurasana, and I will be your instructor for this particular bootcamp. I previously worked as a data analyst in Reliance, as a data scientist in Geo. I have worked into various different firms as a machine learning engineer and a full stack engineer as well. I've also worked on behalf of Google, where I used to go to different colleges and I used to teach students topics pertaining to AI, machine learning, full stack web development. I've also been a software engineer at Fastnell. So that is my introduction. I hope that you guys are able to understand this, and there shouldn't be any issues with that. Okay. So are you guys able to understand everything up till here? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand up till here, guys? Please do let me know. Also, this particular bootcamp is only for those who are really interested to study. Okay, so please focus upon the class itself. I'll be teaching everything from the utmost basics, so you don't have to worry about anything. If you're focusing upon the class, there will be a lot that you will be learning. Okay, so you'll be learning from the basics, the language, the technology. You will also be working on a project. At the end, you will also be leaving with 3 certificates that you can put on your resume, both the project as well as the certificates. Now keep this in mind that we are going to make sure that those students who are attending the session live and those students who are actually like doing the project, only those students will be able to get the certificates. So if you are thinking that you are going to bifurcate it, or there will be some way in which without attending the classes you will be able to get the certificates, it's not going to be the case. Okay, so please be ready. Because we want to make sure that whoever is joining us right over here is ready to study at the end of the day. Okay, that is our aim. No matter what, we'll start with our today's class, guys. Okay, you will be able to find the notes for our class on Python. Okay, so for the first few days, we'll be studying about Python, everything that we need to know about Python to get started with the project. Okay, so if you are opening up, so if you are able to see my screen right over here, do let me know, guys, if there is any kind of issues. I will like try to help you guys out with the same as well. So this is the video that you are currently watching. As you are able to see, if you scroll down the video, okay, if you scroll down the video into the description of the video itself, you should be able to see, okay, if you are clicking on this particular more, you should be able to see a notes for this particular class. Are you guys able to see this particular notes for this particular class, guys? Please let me know. If you are not able to see this particular link called as notes, please just reload the page and you will be able to see it. So this is the video that you are currently watching. Just scroll down below into the description of the video itself. You should be able to see notes. Okay. If you're not able to see this, no issues in that, guys. Just reload the page and come down and you will be able to see it. Okay. It's as simple as that. Once you are able to see this, just click on it. Okay. It will open up the notes on a new page. Okay. As you are able to see, I made sure that you are able to get a detailed notes on what we are going to do, and you are able to use this with detailed examples, problem statements, code examples and everything, okay, along with the notes as well, so that it's easier for you to understand everything. Okay, at a later point of time, if you want to revise something, you are easily able to do that as well. So I made sure that everything has been put up very clearly for you, and for the entire bootcamp I will try to make sure that you are able to get notes on like at as of this particular point of time, as you are able to see on a proper basis. And if there is any suggestion, any feedback, any sort of that particular stuff, you feel free to approach me on either LinkedIn, okay, or Instagram. I've already provided the links for both the places down in the description of the video itself. It will be great to connect with you as well. So let's get started, guys. Shall we start with our today's class? Please do let me know. Shall we start with our today's class, guys? Please do let me know. Great. So for practicing Python, okay, so let me make you guys understand something. I know that many of you might not be having a computer or a laptop as well, but please don't worry. I will try to make sure that everything that we are doing, you are able to do it on your mobile phones as well. So for the case of learning Python, we are going to use something called as Google Collab. It's a free tool, a free website that has been made available by Google to you guys for practicing Python, as well as practicing data science, machine learning, AI, deep learning, and all those kind of stuff. So I'll be introducing Collab to you guys right now. Okay, so what you can do is you can just go to Google and search for Google Collab. Google Collab. Okay, so just search for Google Collab on your internet. Once I've searched for it, now please try to make sure that you are not coding along with me. Okay, I want you guys to focus just on the class. Take a notebook and put down notes, okay, on your own. That is how I want you to attend the class. Do not code along with me. So what happens is, when you're coding along with me, either of the two things are going to happen. Either I will have to catch up to your pace, or you will have to catch up to mine. If I have to catch up to your pace, then the class will go extremely slow, and we cannot do that because almost 2,600 students are there live with us. If we are trying to make sure that everyone is able to catch, if I'm able to catch up to everybody, the class isn't going to get over at any point of time. The second point is, either you have to catch up to me. If that is the case, I will be going on a pretty like normal pace itself, but you will not be listening to me. You will be missing out on important stuff that I have to say. So please make sure that you are not coding along with me. Just focus upon the class itself. Take down a notebook, take down a pen or your iPad and your Apple Pencil, and put down notes. Okay, after the class is over, whatever I have taught you in today's class, go back and practice it without looking at the video. Whenever you are stuck somewhere, whenever you are not able to understand something, whenever you are not able to recall something, then look at the video. In this particular way, it will be easier for you to retain everything into your memory. Okay, it's easier to do that. So it is something that is a hack, and I think so it should be easier for you guys to follow it along with me as well. Okay, so right over here, when you search for Google Collab, the first link that you are able to see is collab.research.google.com. So you can click on that particular link and it will open up Google Collab for you. Now what I want you to do is, there is a lot of different options available right over here: examples, recent, Google Drive, GitHub, and upload. Are you guys able to see this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to see? We are having examples, recent, Google Drive, GitHub, and upload. What I want you to do is I want you to select GitHub from this particular option. Okay, I want you guys to select GitHub from this particular option. Then the link that was there in the description of today's video, as you are able to see right over here, I want you guys to click on this particular link. Okay, it will open up into a new page. I want you to copy the URL. I want you to go into the URL, copy the URL from right over here. I think so I pasted it. Okay, so right click and copy the URL. Once you have copied the URL, you want to come back to Google Collab. You want to select GitHub. You are able to see enter a GitHub URL or search by organization or user. I want you to remove this in its entirety. Okay, and paste the link that you have copied. Paste the URL that you have copied right over here. And then go on the right side of the URL. There is a search button that you are able to see right over here. You want to click on that and it will open up the entire notebook for you into Google Collab. The notes will open up into Google Collab right over here. Now see, what happens is when you are dealing with AI, when you are dealing with machine learning or deep learning, in that particular case there is a lot of computational power that is needed to run these programs. Okay, because there's a lot of, so for example, your CPU, okay, may have like 16 cores or like 8 cores. So at simultaneously it is able to do 8 operations, 8 mathematical operations at one time. Your GPU has like 3000, 4000, 5000 cores and is able to process 5000 operations at the same point of time. Hence it is used for graphical purposes, because graphics require a lot of mathematics, a lot of calculations to happen. That is the reason why whenever you are gaming or doing something like that, you require a powerful GPU. Similar to that, in AI, machine learning and deep learning, you have a lot of mathematical computations that you have to do. And these computations will be like done much more faster when you are having a GPU over a normal CPU. I hope that you guys know what a GPU and your CPU is in a normal computer. I'm taking up as a fact that a normal second standard or third standard, I don't know, remember which standard we learned about computers, but I think so that everybody right over here has that basic understanding. Okay, so it isn't something hard. So that is the reason. Now everybody does not have a great laptop. Okay, so for example, I have three laptops right now. One is a Ryzen 9 5000 series with an RTX 3070, and the other one is my desktop that is there with the, I think so, Ryzen 9 same configuration as well as the RTX 3080, I guess, along with that. So the thing is that not everybody has access to great hardware. Okay, and for example, if we are running the same code on a CPU, it might take 3 days to run that code. The same code on GPU will take us 3 hours. So that kind of time is being saved, and the better the GPU is, the faster it will process the code for you. So at the end of the day, not everybody has access to such great hardware. That is the reason why we are using Google Collab. Now, Google has a lot of servers. What do you mean by a server? A server is basically a computer itself. Okay, a server is basically a computer, and Google has tons of servers across the globe, and it is not using those servers as of this particular moment. So what Google does is, so this particular website, that is your Collab, that is there, research.collab.google.com. This website is basically showing you an editor. Okay, it is showing you a Jupyter notebook right over here. We call this as a Jupyter notebook, and you will be writing your code inside of this particular Jupyter notebook. For example, right over here, you are going to write a particular line of code, print hello world. Okay, it is not utilizing any of your computer's resources. It is not utilizing any of your computer's resources. What is it is going to do is, it is going to send this code. It is going to send this code to the servers at Google. Okay, it is going to utilize the hardware of the server itself to run this particular line of code, and whatever the result is, that result is something that is going to send back to you, and that is the result that you are going to see on your screen. Okay, that is how Google Collab basically works. So instead of using your computer's resources, instead of using the CPU and the GPU of your computer, of your computer, it is going to utilize the CPU and GPU of the servers that are there at Google's end. And these servers are very high end. Each of these servers costs about 3 lakh rupees to even 18 lakh rupees. So these servers are exceptionally high quality servers. Some of these servers have the Tesla GPU that each of these GPUs cost approximately 6 lakh rupees. So you are able to understand that you are able to get the best access to the best resources across the world for free right over here. And see, what happens is when you are running these particular code on your own local laptop for 3 days, 4 days continuously, there has been some cases in which your computer's motherboard will get burnt. Even one of my previous MacBook Pros got burned due to that. Okay, the entire motherboard got fried because I was running a code for the past 3 days. So you don't want that to happen. These computers are very costly, so it's better to use the computers at the servers at the Google's end. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, how does Google Collab work and what is it and everything. See, I've made sure that I'm able to make you guys understand everything in as simple manner as possible. There's a lot going behind it as well. Okay, but yeah, I'm trying to make sure that you are able to understand everything simply. Okay, there are almost 2,800 of you live right now, guys. So please, like, if you are not able to understand, of course, in the entire bootcamp, I'm like telling you guys, never say please repeat. Okay, because I don't know what you want me to repeat. So always when you are not able to understand something, write the exact thing that you're not able to understand. So for example, I'm not able to understand what a server is. So for example, somebody wrote this particular question, that what is a server? So server is nothing else but a computer itself. For your purposes, you're not in a back-end web development bootcamp or something like that, so I'm not going into a lot of details, not to waste your time. But a server is nothing else but a computer itself that is there at the Google's end. Okay, so that you are able to understand that. Okay, okay, again, like I said, please don't waste time. Every study material for study. Okay, like I said, this is not a backend web development bootcamp. This is something that we are doing for learning AI. If you have any questions related to what I've said, please do let me know. Okay, okay, so let's get started right over here. So we are going to utilize this particular Google Collab, and this is a Jupyter notebook. A Jupyter notebook is something where you are able to write some text as well as some code as well. So you are able to do both of them, and it is extremely great for documentation purposes. Okay, so that is the reason why we are using Google Collab, Jupyter notebook right over here. The next thing that we have to do is we need to connect our current instance to a server at Google. There's a button that you are able to see right over here. Okay, that is called as connect. We are going to click on this particular button. It is going to allocate us some resources at the Google's end. It will then connect us to the resources. It will initialize those resources for us, and then we'll be connected to the servers at Google, and we can start writing our code and running our code as simple as possible. Okay, great. So right over here, okay, at any point of time, so I think so can you guys let me know how many of you guys are not from India? Okay, you are from some other countries. Please do let me know, guys, in the live chat, how many of you are not from India, and from which particular country are you from? Please do let me know, guys. If you guys are not from India, just those people who are not from India, please do let me know, and from which particular country are you from? So we have people from Nepal, we have people from Pakistan, USA, we have people from Nepal again, America. Okay, great. So I think so there are a lot of people from other countries as well. So let me tell you something about India. Okay, in India there is something that we find it as a tradition itself, that whenever we start something new, whenever we are going to start something new, we started by eating, like we feel that it's very auspicious to eat curd and sugar before doing that particular thing. I hope that most of the Indians that are there with me in the live chat will be able to agree with this particular fact as well. So this is something that we find it to be very auspicious auspicious. Okay, so the same thing as a programmer as well, is there is some conventions that we have. So as programmers, we feel that it is very auspicious to write hello world, okay, before starting. Okay, write a program in hello world before starting to learn a new language. So as we are going to learn a new language right now, before starting that language itself, we are going to run hello world in that particular language. So to be able to run to be able to write a code of hello world right over here, it is going to be very easy, guys. Okay, what you have to do is pretty simple. Okay, you have to write the word. So you want to print hello world on your screen. Okay, what you want to do is you want to print hello world on your screen right over here. So you just have to write print, and then in parentheses, what do you want to print out? What do you want Python to say? Okay, so we want Python to say hello world. Okay, we want Python to print hello world right over here. So this is the code for that. Okay, now we have to write the exact same thing. There is, as you are able to see, there's no semicolon at the end. Python does not have anything like that like the rest of the languages. Okay, you can directly write print hello world, and as you're able to see, like just like a person with extremely bad English has written something in English, you are easily able to understand that, okay, print hello world. So we want to print hello world on our screen right over here. Okay, so to run this particular line of code, once you have written this particular line of code, if you want to run it, what you have to do is you have to press on this particular play button. Okay, you want to press this particular play button on the left side of the code. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see this particular play button on the left hand side of the code, guys? Please do let me know. Great. So we are going to press this particular play button, run anyway, and as you are able to see, it will print hello world on our screen. Okay, it will print hello world on our screen. The second way to run this particular code is by pressing Control Enter. Okay, by pressing Control Enter, that will also run this particular line of code. You could also press Shift Enter to run this particular line of code. So you can either press on the play button, you can either press on Control Enter, or you can press on Shift Enter to run this particular line of code. These are the three options that are there right now. Okay, next is the print. So we are going to learn about that particular function in Python. Okay, so you will be seeing this particular print function very frequently in Python programming. Okay, it helps us see what is exactly happening in our code. So anything that you want to see, anything that is happening in your code, you can use the print statement to print it out on your screen so that you are able to see what is exactly happening inside of your code itself. For example, right over here, you are having, let's say, 2 plus 7. Okay, you are having 2 plus 7 right over here. What is 2 plus 7, guys? Can you guys let me know what is 2 plus 7? What is 2 plus 7, guys? It is 9. So if we are running this particular line of code, as you are able to see, we are able to get 9 on our screen. Now the problem that we are able to see right over here is that okay, so 9 is coming up on our screen. Let's say that I want to have 2 multiplied by 7 as well. Okay, I want to have 2 multiplied by 7 as well. As soon as I'm pressing Shift Enter, we are getting 14 on our screen, but we are not getting the 9. Why is that the case? So when Python reaches to the first line of code, it is having 2 plus 7. So it is calculating, okay, 2 plus 7 is 9, but you're not telling Python what to do with this particular 9. Okay, you are not telling Python what to do with this particular 9. So the Python is moving further. Okay, the Python is moving further inside the code. The next line of code is 2 multiplied by 7. 2 multiplied by 7, Python is again calculating as 14. This time the point is 14 is in the hands of Python, but there is no more lines of code. Okay, there is no more lines of code. So Python just puts 14 on your screen. Okay, but 9 isn't being shown to you because that has been lost in the memory itself. When it comes to the first line of code, it had 9, but later on, as it runs the second line of code, it now has 14. And as there is no lines of code after that, it just puts 14 on the screen itself. Okay, and we don't want that. We want both 9 as well as 14 on our screen. So we have to explicitly tell Python what to do with that that particular line. We have to tell Python exactly what to do with that particular line. We want Python to print it. Okay, so we'll just put this into brackets and we'll write print in front of it. Okay, and then if I'm running this particular lines of code, you are able to see that we are getting both 9 and 14 on our screen. Okay, we are able to get both 9 as well as 14 on our screen. See, although we are getting both 9 and 14 on our screen, but this is not the correct way to code it. Okay, this is not the correct way to code it. Okay, what we want to do is, if we want 14 to be printed on our screen, if we want that, then we need to tell Python explicitly what we want. Okay, because at a later point of time, if you're writing more lines of code after 2 into 7, then that 14 will also be gone, and you don't want to do that. Okay, so that is why if you want Python to print 14 on your screen, okay, you put that into brackets, write the function print in front of it, and then when you are pressing Control Enter, you are able to get 9 and 14 both on your screen via the proper channel, the proper method itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Guys, there are 2.8 k people live with us right now. Are you all able to understand this or not? Please do let me know. Do not hesitate, guys. Please let me know. So how Google Colab is using our server to run code from their server? Okay, you don't have any how is Google Colab using our server? We don't have any server, guys. Okay, so we don't have any server. So I think so you're not able to understand your own question right now. Okay, just think about what you're trying to say. Okay. Okay, great. So let's continue from right over here, guys. Let's move on further. The next thing that we want to see is variables. Let's try to understand variables. Understanding variables is very important in any programming language. They are used a lot of time in Python as well. Okay, using variables in place of direct numbers have various advantages. So let us try to first of all understand what variables are. Okay, and then we'll look at the practical example as well. Okay, so let's first try to understand it. Okay, so very simple, in a very straightforward way itself. For example, if I have told you that, okay, so my name is Shaurya, and I like Chinese food. I love to travel. I am single, and let's say that I love to explore, like at any point of time. I love to read books. Okay, so I love to travel. I love to eat Chinese. I'm single, and what was the last point? I love to read books. Okay, this is all the 4 information that I provided to you guys. Now, the next time that you're meeting me, would you like just say that, okay, so for example, you are talking to some other friend of yours, would you say that, okay, that both of you, okay, both of you are single, but both of you are single right over here in this boot camp. When you're talking to me, you will be talking like okay, so Shaurya is also single just like both of us. Okay, so not every time you will be referring to me as Shaurya. Okay, you might be like, if we are friends, you will be referring to me by my nickname instead of calling me by my entire name, that Shaurya Rakesh Sinha. You will be assigning a nickname to me, maybe let's say Deku. Okay, let's assume that if you are My Hero Academia fan, let's take up Deku for example. So you will be calling me as Deku itself. So that is the thing. Okay, you are assigning a nickname to me instead of calling me by my entire name and wasting your time. You will be referring to me by your my nickname itself, and it will be easier for you as well. It will be easier for you as well, and everybody will be able to understand that you are referring to let's say Shaurya. Okay, the same thing goes on for variables as well. So for example, if you are having, let's say some code, if you are having a lot of code right over here, for example, let's say you are calculating your taxes and everything. Okay, Okay, so let's try to write some code. Let's say that your salary is 1 lakh rupees per month. You are having a rent of an EMI of 25,000 rupees. So your tax would be calculated as this. Okay, so this is your tax. So your salary is 1 lakh rupees. Okay, your EMI is, let's say, 25,000 rupees. So that is your tax itself. And similarly, you are calculating your EMI, you're calculating your savings, you're calculating your expenses and everything. Now if I say that, okay, your EMI has been raised to, let's say, 30,000 rupees. Okay, your EMI, let's say that you're having a rent as 25,000. So your expenses would be 1 lakh rupees minus the EMI minus the rent minus your taxes, so 0.3 multiplied by 1 lakh minus 25,000. Okay, so that is your like expenses. Okay, so if your rent has been increased to, let's say, 30,000, right now your rent is 30,000 itself. So what you have to do is you have to go back through the entire code. Okay, you have to go back through the entire code, and wherever there you find 25,000, okay, you have to identify whether that is for rent or for EMI. Okay, you will have to identify whether that is for rent or for EMI, and if it is for rent, you will have to change it to 30,000 rupees. Now this is very tedious. Okay, this is very tedious. What if instead of doing this, you assign a nickname? Just like you assigned a nickname to me, you assign a nickname to these numbers as well. For example, right over here you are having the 0.3 as rate. Let's say 0.3 is equals to rate itself. So you're having rate multiplied by salary minus your EMI. Okay, and that you are nicknaming it as tax. Okay, that you are nicknaming it as tax. Then you are having your expenses, exp is equals to salary minus rent minus EMI minus tax. Okay, so this is how you are able to like, instead of using numbers directly, you are able to use nicknames. Okay, you are able to use nicknames right over here. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. See, you need to understand about variables. Variables is a very important concept to understand, guys. Okay, so the benefit of doing this is, now instead of like coming to the code and changing 25,000 everywhere to 30,000 rupees, you just have to come to this particular line of code, okay, where you have declared rent is equal to 25,000. You have to just remove that and just write that, okay, now rent is 30,000 rupees. Now rent is 30,000 rupees. So wherever you have used the nickname rent, okay, wherever you have used the nickname rent inside of your code, everywhere the value of rent is now 25,000, is now 30,000. Okay, everywhere where there is a word that is, you have used the nickname rent, that refers to 30,000 rupees itself. Okay, so now creating a variable in your Python is extremely simple. Okay, for example, if you want to create a variable called as rent in Python, you just have to write rent is equals to 25,000. Okay, and that creates your variable for you. What this creates is a box. Okay, what this creates is a box that is called as rent. Okay, that contains the value 25,000 inside of it. That contains the value 25,000 inside of it. Now wherever you use the word rent, okay, anywhere else inside your code, if you use the word rent, it refers to the value that is present inside this box. Please remember this, guys. This is going to help you a lot at a later point of time. Okay, so wherever you use the word rent after this, okay, it refers to the value that is contained inside that box called as rent. Okay, wherever it is used, so that is the nickname. Okay, you're assigning a nickname to the value 25,000 and you are moving further with it. See, if you have not understood the example, don't give a fuck about it. Okay, Okay, don't give a fuck about it. Just be cool about it. Try to understand this particular example. Okay, what are variables? Variables are nicknames to the values that they represent. Okay, for example, if I'm writing rent is equals to 25,000. Okay, if I'm writing rent is equals to 25,000, it creates a box called as rent, which has the value 25,000 inside of it. So whenever I'm like writing rent at any point of time, okay, whenever we are writing rent at any point of time, that refers to the value that it contains. Okay, that refers to the value that it contains. Are you guys able to understand this right now? Please do let me know. For those who was not able to understand before this, are you guys able to understand it right now? Please do let me know. See, I don't know about you guys, but see, I teach for a hobby. Okay, I don't really give a fuck what is happening anywhere else. Okay, so I just teach because I like teaching and everything. I've been teaching for the past 3 years. Ever since I started my software engineering career, I have already like always wanted to teach. Okay, so I like to keep things light and fresh and breezy. And I know you guys are from college institutes itself. Don't tell me that you don't drop an F-bomb here and there everywhere. Okay, I know which type of swear words that you use. Okay, and an F-bomb is something that is like shit itself, like it's literally nothing. Okay, so just keeping things light, trying to make you guys understand this. Okay, let's move on from right over here. Okay, so as you're able to see, using variables in place of direct numbers have various advantages. Variables are used to store information to be referenced and manipulated in a computer program. Okay, this is the definition of variables, guys. Variables are used to store information to be referenced and manipulated in a computer program, guys. Okay, creating a new variable in Python is very simple. So let's create one together. Let's say that we are creating a variable called as month. Okay, so month is equals to 12. We are creating a variable that is month is equals to 12 right over here, and wherever you will be using the word month after it, okay, wherever you will be using the word month after it, it will be creating like it will be referencing to the value that is present inside of it. So if I'm writing print month, so month basically here represents the value that it contains, that is 12. Okay, that it is 12. So if I'm running this particular line of code, you are able to see that we are getting 12 as our answer. We are getting 12 as our answer. For those who are concerned with data types, please do not be concerned with data types. In Python, we don't give a fuck about data types in the earliest days. Okay, we will learn about data types. Just be patient about it. Like I said, I like to take things from the utmost basics so that slowly and steadily I'm able to build your concepts. So never rush. Okay, I could have just like told you, okay, this is Python. Let's start with AI. Now this is like the algorithm that we are going to do. This is the code. Bootcamp over. Go to your home. I don't want to do that. I want to make sure that everybody coming to this bootcamp is able to understand it, no matter from which particular background, which particular position, or which particular knowledge level he or she is from. Okay, so let's continue from right over there. The second thing that we have to learn about is, so I told you guys, okay, about like, okay, when you create a particular variable, think of it as a box that contains the value and so on and so forth. So let's try to understand it further on as well. Let's say that we are having a particular line of code. A is equals to 3, B is equals to A, and let's say that A is equals to A plus 6. Okay, now what is the value of A and B? Okay, what is the value of A and B? Okay, so one of the things that I want you guys to understand is, whenever you use a variable on the left hand side, okay, like I said, guys, a variable, whenever I have a variable A is equals to 3, that basically means it is a box that is named as A that has a value of 3 inside of it. Okay, now whenever you use the variable name on a left hand side itself, okay, left hand side of an equation, it refers to the box. Okay, it refers to the box. Okay, whereas whenever you use a variable name on the right hand side of an equation, it refers to the value that it contains. Okay, it refers to the value that it contains. Okay, so that is the right hand side. Let me just reframe this. Okay, if you put it up on the right hand side, it refers to the value that it contains, guys. Okay, so knowing this particular fact, okay, that LHS may, if you are having your variable name, it refers to the box, and if it is on the RHS, then it refers to the value. Then what do you think should be the answer for A comma B, guys? What do you think should be the answer for A comma B, guys? Can you guys let me know? Can you guys let me know that what is the value of A comma B, guys, at the end? Please let me know. What's the value of A comma B, guys? Please let me know. So many of you are writing 9,3. Some of you are writing 6,3. Some of you are writing 3,3. Any other answers that I'm able to see? 3,3, I've seen that. 7,3, okay, so that is like way beyond the possible realm of answers. 9,0, okay, I don't know from where they got that. Okay, so let's try to understand this. Okay, very simply, whenever you have any problem, if you don't have the mental capacity to be able to solve it inside of your brain, then use a pen and paper, and everybody knows what kind of mental capacity they have. Okay, nobody has to point any fingers at any point of time. Okay, so if you know that you are not able to solve something inside of your brain or on your fingers, then use a pen and paper always. Okay, so the question, let's see the question and let's try to give an answer to it. Let's just delete everything from right over here. The first line is A is equals to 3. Okay, the first line of code is A is equals to 3. So you are creating a box called as A, that is the value of 3 inside of it. The next line is B is equals to A. Now A is on the right hand side, so it refers to the value that it contains. So the value that is present inside of the A is 3. So what you have to do is you have to take this particular 3 out. You have to make a clone of this particular 3. You have to make a clone of this particular 3, and this 3 is something that is going to go inside our box called as B. This 3 is going to go inside of our box called as 3. So the value is the same, but the 3 is totally different. It is a clone of this. Okay, it is not the exact same 3. Okay, you're not putting the same 3 inside of B. You're creating a new 3 and you're putting that inside of B. So right now you're having an A that contains 3, and then you're having a B that contains 3 inside of it as well. Okay, so let us remove this to make it a bit cleaner. The next particular line is A is equals to A plus 6. Okay, so for doing that, we'll take out A is equals to A plus 6. Again, this is on the right hand side, so it refers to the value. So we are going to pull out 3 from right over here. You are going to add 6 to it, that is equals to 9. This is on the left hand side, guys. So this is the box itself. So you are going to put this particular 9 inside. Okay, so you're going to remove the 3. You're going to remove the 3 and you're going to replace it with the new 9. You're going to replace it with the new 9. So new boxes that you're able to get is A has the value of 9 inside of it and B has the value of 3 inside of it. So the right answer for A comma B will be 9 comma 3. Okay, the right answer will be 9 comma 3. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. For those who are still not able to understand it, draw it on your own. It is very simple to understand. Okay, there's not a lot of issues that you will be facing. It's like basic arithmetics itself. Okay, now if you don't declare a particular variable, okay, when you write A is equals to 3 or B is equals to A or month is equals to 12, that is called as declaring a variable itself. Okay, you are creating a variable itself. Now whenever you are not creating, whenever you haven't declared the value of a variable and you're directly trying to use it, it will cause an error. For example, right over here we haven't told Python what x is. We haven't written anywhere where x is equals to to a, or x equals to 3, or x equals to 12, or something like that. We have no idea what x is. So if you try to directly use, okay, if you try to directly use x inside of your code, right over here I'm just trying to write print x. Python does not know what this x is. Python has no idea what this x is because you haven't declared it. So if you are running this particular line of code, it will give you an name error that name x is not defined. Okay, name x is not defined. Okay, there is no variable that exists that has the name of x because you haven't declared it. So it is always essential that you are declaring a variable. Okay, it's always essential that you are declaring a variable itself. Okay, again guys, like I said, a where the plus 6 come from, so a is equals to a plus 6. This was the last sentence that was there. That is where we got the 6 itself. Okay, are you guys able to understand up till here? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand up till here, guys? Please let me know. Dipanshu Chawla, you are easily able to see that 30% of the people are still not able to understand just basic arithmetics. Okay, like I said, I'm not here just for 1 or 2 people. Okay, so I am here for everybody who is attending the boot camp. So I will go on the pace where I feel that everybody, most of the class, is able to catch up on with me. Okay, now I'm able to see some of the people are writing that the screen is blurred or something like that. I am able to understand that you are using YouTube for the very first time. No issues in that. There is a 3 button on the video that you are watching on the top right side of the video, or settings wheel that you will be able to see. Just click on that, select on the like quality of the video itself, increase it to 720p or 1080p, and you will be able to see everything much more clearly. Okay, great. The next thing that we need to look at is the multiple assignment operator. Okay, the next thing that we will be looking at is the multiple assignment operator. Suppose you are making a program where you enter the dimensions of the tank and get the volume of the tank as the output. So right over here, sir, if we say that b is equals to a and then don't change the value of a, does that mean that a becomes valueless? So if I say b is equals to a, then that does not change the value of a. Does that mean a becomes valueless? Shubhodeep Ghosh, you have learned basic mathematics, am I right? When you write something like b is equals to a, does that make a valueless? A is equals to 3, b is equals to a. So now what is the value of b, guys? 3. What is the value of a? 3. How does that make a valueless? It is basic mathematics. Okay, I don't need to explain basic mathematics to somebody who's in college. Okay, so please try to understand. Okay, try to broaden your scope of your brain itself. Try to apply a bit of logic to what I'm saying, what you are able to look at. Okay, I hope that this is something that you guys will be able to understand. Okay, great. So continuing from right over there, we are having this particular code. Okay, height is equals to 3. We are creating a variable called as height, assigning it a value of 3. Length is equals to 6. Width is equals to 2. And volume is equals to height multiplied by length multiplied by width. Okay, so you are getting the answer as 36. Am I right or wrong, guys? We are getting the answer as 36. Please let me know. Ketan Gupta, like I said, we will only be talking in English itself because, like I said, people are there from outside India as well, and people are there from South India who are not able to understand Hindi properly. Okay, so and English is something that you all are preparing for your if you are here in this boot camp at some particular point of time, you are going to sit for IT companies. IT companies in the interviews, nobody is going to listen a piece of shit in Hindi. Okay, nobody is going to do that. You have to talk in English. You have to understand English. It's very important for communication purposes as well. Okay. So right over here, as you are able to see, your volume is equals to height into length into width. That is 36. Okay. But right over here, I'm writing 3 lines of code to just assign these values to the variables. Okay. There is something called as multiple assignment operation that is able to do this entire stuff in just 1 line. Instead of writing 3 lines of code, you will be able to write it in just 1 line of code itself. Okay. So what you have to do is you have to write HEIGHT height, comma, LENGTH length, comma, WIDTH width is equals to 3 comma 6 comma 2, and you can remove these particular 3 lines of code. Okay, so as you're able to see right over here, 3 will be assigned to height, okay, 6 will be assigned to length, and 2 will be assigned to width. Okay, that is this is how it will be assigned right over here, and that is how you are going to get like height into length into width as 36 once again. So if I'm running this particular line of code, you are able to see that we are still getting 36 as our answer. Okay, we are still able to get 36 as our answer. Don't we need to add a semicolon at the end? Just like in every language, you don't need to put up a like if you have studied Hindi, you put up a line at the end to stop a particular sentence. In English, you put up a dot at the end to stop a sentence. In some programming languages, you put up a semicolon at the end to stop a particular line. But in Python, you don't have to put anything. Okay, so if I'm not putting anything, that means we don't have to put anything. As simple as that. Okay, so this is called as multiple assignment operation. Okay, this is called as multiple assignment operation. Okay, Ankush, if you are here to mess up the vibe of the class, I will make sure that you are not able to get the certificate and you are not present in any of my classes. Okay, don't try to act smart with me. Okay, I'm also an Indian. I also speak Hindi as my mother tongue. But if I'm saying something, listen to it very carefully. I'm not here to joke around with. Okay, in your interviews, you're not allowed to speak in Hindi. When I gave my Google interview, 4 of my interviews were by people who are not from India. Okay, if I'm saying something that English is important for so and so purpose, it is. If you don't have that kind of experience, I have it. So I'm letting you guys know. Okay, before failing, if you are able to learn it from somebody who has already been there, you are able to prevent that from happening to you. That is the reason why I've said to you. Okay, for my 4 interviews that were there, one was from UK, one was from US, one was from Indonesia, Philippines, and the other one was from China. These guys don't understand Hindi. If you are trying to speak in Hindi, they will beat the shit out of you. Okay, because they will not understand. By beating the shit out of you, you means that you will get rejected. They aren't going to physically beat the shit out of you. It's basically a Zoom call itself. So understand something, that if I'm saying that why I'm speaking in Hindi, there are 3 reasons for it. First, there are international students. Second, there are students joining us from South India as well. Third, it is good for you. Okay. Okay, are you guys able to understand multiple assignment operation? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand multiple assignment operation, guys? Please do let me know. Great. Okay, let's move on to the next particular thing. Variable naming conventions. So right now, as we have looked at it, we are naming variables itself. Now there are some rules. Okay, there are some rules as well as some conventions that you need to follow for naming a variable as well. Okay, so now first of all, let's try to understand something. What is a rule and what is a convention? Okay, so if I say that, if let's say okay, so this is Zenitsu. Okay, this is Zenitsu from Demon Slayer. Let's say that if he uses this particular sword that he has to stab me up, okay, he will go to jail. Okay, if this Zenitsu is having this particular sword and he takes this sword to stab me up, then I'm going Zenitsu is going to go to jail. Okay, because it's a rule that he cannot kill me. Okay, it's a rule that he cannot kill me at the end of the day. Okay, the same thing if we are taking in consideration for eating directly out of a plate itself, okay, without using your hands, without using a sneeze, spoon or fork. If you put your mouth inside of your plate and just start eating it, okay, just start eating it, then at the end even though you will not be sent to jail, okay, even though you will not be sent to jail, but you will be considered as an animal. You will not be considered as a human being. Okay, so just try to understand it. It is a rule that if you are killing somebody, you are going to go to jail. But for eating out of a plate directly with your mouth, that is not something that is a rule. You're not going to go to jail from right over there. You're not going to go to jail because of it. Okay, although you might be considered as a not a human being, an animal. Okay, so that is a convention. Okay, a convention does not mean that you're going to get an error or you're going to go to jail. You're just pretty bad at something. Whereas a rule basically means breaking that rule means that you are going to go to jail. Okay, so first of all, we are going to look at some rules for naming a variable. Okay, so first of all, you should start a variable name with an alphabet or underscore character. Okay, so let's look at it right over here. So any variable name, okay, any variable name, let's say that you are having rent, R-E-N-T, rent. So this is the first letter that is there, and this is the rest of the word. Okay, this is the rest of the word. So I'm taking this into consideration that you are able to understand this. Okay, this is the first letter, and this is the rest of the word. This is how we are going to look at variable names. Okay, so the first letter of the variable name, guys, the first letter of the variable names can be an underscore, or capital A to capital Z, or small a to small z. These are all the different options that are available for us for the first letter, of a variable name. For the rest of the variable name, okay, we can have an underscore, we can have capital A to capital Z, we can have small a to small z, and we can have 0 to 9. Okay, and we can have 0 to 9 right over here. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. So do we need to declare the data type of a variable? Herschel, did we declare it up till here? No. So do we need to declare it in the future? No. As simple as that. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. So this is a rule. Okay, if you are not following this rule, you will get errors. Okay, your code will not function properly. This is a rule itself. You cannot, anywhere inside your code, you cannot have any kind of special characters. You cannot have hyphen, you cannot have @, hash, you cannot have $sign, you cannot have the tilde, you cannot have percentage, you cannot have brackets. None of these special signs anywhere inside the entire name of the variable itself. You can have just underscores. Okay, you can just have underscores right over here. Okay, the next thing that you need to look at is variables are case sensitive. Okay, variables are case sensitive. So if I'm writing small str, capital str, capital S, small t, capital R, capital S, small t, small r, all these will be considered as different variables name. Okay, different variables. Okay, so all these will be considered as different variables because Python is a case sensitive language. Python is a case sensitive language, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. So there is somebody called as Aditya in the live chat. I think so. He has been to Russia. So that's great, Aditya, that you have been to Russia. If you don't mind, how was your experience right over there? Okay, did you live there for like 6 years or something like that? Then why are you in India right now? You should have applied right over there. You must have learned Russian as well. Let us know. So all these different like small str, capital str will be considered as different variable names. Okay, because Python is a case sensitive language. Okay. Okay, let us look at the next particular thing, guys. So these are rules. Okay, the next particular rule is you cannot use a preserved keyword as a variable name. You cannot use a reserved keyword as a variable name. For example, you cannot use print as a variable name. You cannot use classes, for, dev, del, is, try, from. These are all reserved keywords because these have some special meaning in Python. These already have some special meaning in Python. So you cannot use these words as variable names, guys. Okay, so please try to remember this. Now see, you guys will tell, sir, we don't know what are the different reserved keywords in Python. No issues in that. Whenever you are using any kind of reserved keyword in Python, it will highlight that for you. As you're able to see, I'm using for right over here. It highlights it for you. And slowly and steadily, as you're learning Python with practice, you will come to know about various different variable names that are there, very different keywords that are there. So you don't have to worry about it. It will come to you with practice itself. Okay, the next particular thing that you have to remember, so these are rules. If you are not following these rules, okay, you will get errors. Your code will not work properly. Okay, the code will not work properly. Okay, right over here, x is equals to 2, y is equals to hello. You are having my Python, my underscore Python, underscore my underscore Python, underscore my Python in all caps, my Python 7. So these are all valid variable names. If I are running this particular line of code, you are able to see that we are not getting any kind of errors. But right over here, these are not, it is invalid variable names. Okay, these are invalid variable names. Okay, for example, 7, you cannot start a variable name with a number. You cannot have a special character anywhere inside of your variable name. Just like this as well, you cannot have a special character anywhere inside of your variable name. You cannot have a gap inside of your variable name. Okay, you cannot have a space inside of your variable name. You cannot use a reserved keyword as a variable name. Okay, so this is something that you cannot do. Okay, so as we are running this particular lines of code, you will be able to see that we are getting an error saying syntax error, invalid syntax. Okay, we are getting syntax error, invalid syntax right over here. So as you're able to see this, okay, syntax error, what do you mean by syntax error, guys? So syntax is just like grammar. In English as well, you are having grammar that is there. Okay, similar to that, in programming, we call it as syntax. So any type of grammatical error that you are creating, it creates a syntax error. Okay, guys, syntax basically means the programming language has a grammar, and that grammar, if you're not following, that basically makes a syntax. Okay, that is syntax. Grammar of programming is called as syntax itself. Okay, I've already told you guys that the class will go on for 1.5 hours. Okay, 1 to 1.5 hours depending upon the class itself. The second thing is, Aditya, that's great, your uncle is in Russia. My uncle is the MD of Accenture. The other one is the MD of Infosys. My best friend is the MD of Google in Bangalore, and we have relations with 36 different companies including Google, Microsoft, Samsung, Atlassian, Amazon, then we are having Jio, Flipkart, Walmart, that are hiring through us every single month, where we are placing almost 800 to 1,000 students every month. So for India, I don't know about Russia, but for India, if I'm saying something, I have a lot of experience backing it from behind. Okay, so do not worry about it. Okay, so let's continue. And of course, like me myself, I'm not a normal like student just like you. I've completed my graduation. I've worked in almost 7 different companies up till now, and not just as a software engineer. I've worked as a data analyst, data scientist, a machine learning engineer, full stack engineer, as well as a software engineer. So I have a lot of like experience backing me behind. If you have a lot of experience backing you behind, I will definitely love you to join us in one of the boot camps live and share your experience with the students. It is extremely important for the students to get to know a lot of different people. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's keep it up till here, guys. I don't want to overburden you with the rest of the stuff because we need to understand how does the certifications and everything work. Okay, so let me make you guys understand that. First of all, let us look at all the 3 certificates that are there associated with this particular bootcamp. So let me open up LinkedIn. So this is our LinkedIn. This is my LinkedIn account itself. Okay, and if I am going to our okay, I want to see this at a later point of time, so I'll just open it up in a new page. Okay, what I was going to show you guys, yeah, the certificates. So let us open that up. So we can't attend the classes continuously for 7 days because we have VTU examinations from next Monday for engineering students in Karnataka. Please give us any solutions. Manoj, there is no other solution. Okay, for everybody the rules are the same. After your examinations are over, you can definitely join us for the next boot camps. Okay. भैया आदित्य, आपके लिए एक ही चीज़ है, हिंदी में ही बोलूँगा ताकि आपको समझ में आए। ज़्यादा ज्ञान ना पेलिए, वरना तो आपके साथ बहुत बुरा हो सकता है। हटा ही दो बेटा, काहे का दिमाग खराब करना। Okay, so I made him understand in Hindi and I'm going to remove him from our channel itself. So this particular person will never be there on our channel any more forward from right over here. Okay. Sir, please in English so I can understand Hindi. Don't worry, I just warned him that if he is repeating this in the future itself, he will have to face judgment from the eye of Agamotto or something like that. So just like you guys can chill, okay? So let me show you the links, certificates. Let me see if somebody has posted the certificate for our previous boot camps. So this is one of the boot camps that we conducted on the Hotstar clone using HTML, CSS, and Bootstrap, as you're able to see. So this was the Google Developer certificate that has been sent via Google, as you're able to see right over here. This will be the certificate that will be sent to you via Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador program, and this will be the certificate that will be given to you via DevTown. Okay, so these are the 3 certificates that are there, okay, right over here. So as far as languages, I know Hindi, Marathi, English, Sanskrit, and a bit of Bhojpuri. That is all I know, and a bit of Gujarati as well. I have been in Gujarat for the past 18 years. So yeah. So, but yeah, I don't speak any of these languages very fluently, but I have some understanding about it. Okay, so these will be the 3 certificates I have shown to you right over here. I also know a bit of German in college. I had studied German, not French. So you are having your DevTown certificate, you are having your Microsoft certificates, and your Google Developer Group certificate. So these are the 3 certificates that are there, and people post it on LinkedIn. They tag us. So if you want to see all the certificates that people have got, you can just go to our, I think so you should be able to see right over here inside of DevTown. This is our LinkedIn page that is there. The link for the same is also down in the description itself, so you will be able to see it from right over there. And I think so posts, I think you will be able to see it. I have no idea, like I've never visited this, so this is the post that I have made, so I think so you should be able to find it out. Okay, I have no idea how to find it. Okay, so this is the basic thing. Okay, the certificates. Now let us talk about the like criteria for getting the certificates itself. Okay, let us look at the criteria for getting the certificates. So let's show it to you guys. Give me a second. So now there are 3 certificates. So the first one is your DevTown certificate, and the second one is your Microsoft, and your Google certificates. Okay, these are the 3 certificates that are there. Now every single day, okay, randomly I will be taking up your attendance live in the class. How will I be taking your attendance? I will be telling you in the class itself. Okay, and you will have to fill up the attendance. Okay, I will be giving you a time frame, and you will have to fill up the attendance during that particular time frame itself to get the attendance. How the attendance I will be taking up? Every day it will be something new. Every day. Someday I will be showing you a QR code. Someday I will be giving you a link. Someday I will be telling you where the link is. Okay. So every day the link will be given to you in different ways, and you will have to fill up the Google form just after the class. Okay, you will have 1 hour after the end of the class to fill the Google form up. If you are not able to fill it up during that particular point of time, your attendance for that day is gone. So you will have to attend the class live every single day. And yes, you can put up these resume on your certificates on your resumes as well. That is why we are providing it to you. Okay, so like I said to you guys, just for the first day I will give you guys the liberty to fill up the attendance form up till 12 in the midnight, so that you have some idea how to fill up the attendance form and everything. Okay, but for rest of the days you will have just 1 hour after the end of the class to fill up the Google form. How I will be giving you the Google form will be different every single day. If you're not live in the class listening to me carefully, you will never know where the attendance link is. I'm guaranteeing you that. You will never know where the attendance link is. I'm guaranteeing you that. Those are people who will be having 100% attendance. That is 7 out of 7 day attendance. These guys will be getting the DevTown certificate. For DevTown certificate, you need to have 100% attendance. That is, you need to have 7 out of 7 days worth of attendance. Okay, 7 out of 7 days worth of attendance. Okay. The next particular thing that is there is for the, so that is the criteria for the DevTown certificate. Okay, that is the criteria for the DevTown certificate. Okay, the next particular thing is the Microsoft and Google certificate. Okay, the next particular thing is the Microsoft and the Google certificate. For these, you need to have 100% attendance. Okay, without that, you are not going to get these certificates. Okay. But during this entire boot camp, we will be working on a project as well. Okay, we will be working on a project as well. I'll be making you guys understand the project from the utmost scratch. I'll be coding it up in front of you. We'll be coding it live during the class itself. I'll be going through each and every line of code. Then after the end of the boot camp, I will be giving you guys 5 to 6 days to make the exact. I will be giving you the video as well. I'll be giving you the video as well, where you will be looking at the entire thing, where I am coding it, I'm making you guys understand and everything. Okay, so I'll be giving you 6 days after the end of the bootcamp to create the exact same project. Okay, to create a code the exact same project, and then I will be asking you to submit the project. Now, where to submit the project, how to submit the project, I will be letting you guys know after we have created the project itself, not right now. Whenever we have created the project, I will be letting you guys know how to submit the project. Right now, just focus upon what I'm telling you guys. Okay, for those people who will be having 100% of attendance and who will be submitting the correct project, okay, who will be submitting the correct project, okay, only those guys with 100% attendance as well as the correct project submitted will be able to get the Microsoft and the Google certificates, because these certificates have a lot of value. Okay, these certificates are a lot of value. We are giving out these certificates to random people who are not doing anything, who are not coming to the class itself, who are not doing the project, then these certificates will have no value. To make sure that when you are putting these certificates on your resume, okay, that resume has some value, that is the reason why we have this hard process to give out the certificates. This is just for you guys. Okay, this is just for you guys to make sure that you guys are able to understand everything, and whenever you're putting that certificate, it has some value that it contains in an interview. Okay, so are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Has everybody got it? Has everybody got it? Now, as today is the first day of the boot camp itself, Okay, for just today, you will have up till 12 midnight to fill up the attendance, just for today. From tomorrow onwards, as soon as the bootcamp is over, if you haven't filled up the attendance form, your attendance is gone. You have to attend the session live in order to get to know where the attendance link is. If you're not attending the session live, even if you're 5 minutes late to the class itself, you will never know where the attendance link is. So that is something that I am giving you a guarantee of, because for me, I need to make sure that those students who are giving 100%, coming to the boot camps, learning something, those guys, when they are getting the certificates, okay, they have a lot of value. They can appreciate that. Okay, they can thank me at a later point of time. Those students who are not coming to the classes, who are just copying it from somewhere else, I don't care about you guys. Okay, you guys are not going to get the certificates that I'm guaranteeing you of. Okay, because for me, my promise is for those students who are with me, who are learning with me, I'm taking a guarantee for them and to make sure that their future is bright. For the rest, I don't care. Okay, because if you are not giving me the time, I'm not giving you the promise. Okay, great. Okay, so as you are able to understand this, okay, it's pretty simple. The next thing is there is no cost associated with this boot camp, neither with the certificates. Okay, you don't have to pay anything. It's free. Okay, neither the certificates nor the classes. You don't have to pay anything for the same. So please make sure of it. For those who are having problem with their internet connectivities and everything, you are having, if you are in college, just arrange a phone with your friend. If you are at your home, arrange a phone from your parents, take up a Wi-Fi, take up a hotspot, just get some more data for the boot camps itself. Stop spending the entire day watching Netflix and chilling or watching YouTube videos. If you know that in the night you have to spend an hour and a half for a particular class. Okay, so that is how you will be able to not face any problems. If you want to face problems, do everything, do not study, and you are going to face problems at the end. Okay, okay, great. So how do you make a profit then? So like I said, I have a job and I earn a lot from that job, and I love the money that comes, and I love teaching. So whenever I get the free time in the evening, I teach. That is how I make money, by being a software engineer. Okay, see, if you are a freshie in India, software engineering, the amount of money that you can make is unbelievable. My father is a senior vice president at Reliance. Okay, so civil. He is almost 50 years old, and I am earning a bit more than him. So as a fresher, so that is something that I love about software engineering. Okay, that is, you can earn a lot and you can pursue your hobbies as well on your free time. Okay, so yeah, so that is it. Okay, for those guys who wants to, just one request, like I said, there's no cost associated with this particular boot camp, neither with the certificates. We are trying our best to connect with more number of companies to be able to bring like certificates to you guys. For example, we have recently collaborated with Postman APIs to bring certificates for the backend web development that is currently going on. So we want to make sure that we are able to connect with more number of companies to be able to bring in more number of certificates for you. But for that, we need a small favor from your end. It's a really very small favor, but if you are able to do this, okay, it will be very helpful for us to convince these other companies as well. Basically, you just have to like the video and subscribe to the channel. That's it. We want to showcase it to these companies that whatever we are teaching the students, whatever we are doing for them, they are appreciating it. They are getting something out of it. Okay, so if you, and that is something that we are only able to showcase through the relationships and through the interactions, through the engagement that you guys are able to create. For that reason itself, if it's possible, if it's not a lot, okay, you can just scroll just for 1 minute. Take some time, take 2 minutes. The scroll down below, there are just two buttons, the like button and the subscribe button. Just click on both of them. That's it. That's everything that I'm asking you for. There are almost 3,000 of us live right now. So can we expect approximately 2,800 likes and subscribes, guys? Please let me know. Can we expect 2,800 likes as well as subscribe, guys? Please do let me know. Because see, whenever you guys do something for us, we are able to showcase it to the companies. The companies are able to understand that, okay, these students are able to appreciate what we are doing, and they suggest some more companies to us where we are able to get some more certificates for you. So at the end of the day, it's a circle that helps you guys. Okay, so let me do one thing. I will be going on to create the attendance link for today. Okay, up till that point of time, let's hope to get like 2,900 likes and subscribers. If we are able to get that, will be up till that point of time, you guys help me achieve this, I will get the attendance link for today. Okay, so we both will be working at the same point of time. It will be great for both of us. Okay, so you guys, let's take it up to 2,900 likes and subscribers, and then we will I will show you the attendance link. Okay, because creating the attendance link will take me 2 minutes. I forgot before coming to class to create the attendance link itself, so I'm creating it right now. But no matter what, from tomorrow onwards, guys, please make sure that you are able to join the class on the perfect timing, because from tomorrow onwards you won't get enough time. If you're not in the class live, you will not be able to get the attendance itself. And if you're not able to get the attendance, although you can come to the boot camp for the learning purpose, for the knowledge and the project, but you will not be able to get these certificates. Okay, I'm extremely sorry for that, but that is the truth of it all. So please try to make sure that you are able to get to the class on time from tomorrow onwards and live. Okay, so let me get the link, copy to R. So how many have we reached up till now, guys? Oh my God, we have already reached 2,900. That's really great. Okay, so I did expected that from you guys, but thank you so much. So I will show you guys the attendance for today. You will be getting a QR code. Okay, you will be getting a QR code right now. Now try to understand this. This is a video. Okay, this is a video. You can pause the video. You can play back the video as well. You can watch the video at a later point of time, as you're able to see right over here on our channel as well. I'm going to my channel videos. You are able to see that all the videos for the previous boot camps, you are able to see it on our channel. Okay, so you are able to understand, pause, rewind, and watch it once again. So you are able to do that. So now the QR code that I'm showing to you guys, you can pause the video right over there. You can take up a screenshot. You can, if you are having an Android device, you can use the Google Lens to scan the QR code. You can, if you are having an iOS device, you can use the camera to scan the QR code. If you are still not familiar with it, you can download a QR code scanner in your mobile phone and use it to scan the QR code. You can use Paytm scanner, phone pay scanner, Google Pay scanner to scan the QR code. That after scanning the QR code, it will open up a Google form for you. It will open up this particular Google form for you. Please fill up the Google form properly. The email ID that you have to use the exact same email ID for the rest of all the forms. Okay, all the 7 days of attendance, you will have to use the same email ID. Your name, full name that you have to enter right over here. I don't want to listen to your 6 ancestral names. Okay, just your name, first name, and your last name. That's it. Don't put your father's, your grandfather's, your great grandfather's name inside your name. Okay, because that is the name that is going to come up to your certificate. Okay, you cannot have a very huge name on your certificate. So please try to make sure that you are having a first name and a last name right over there. Please fill up the attendance form carefully, guys. Okay, I'm going to show you the QR code right over here. Along with that, for those people who want to connect with me at any point of time, okay, you guys can connect with me on the so right over here, if you are looking at the video, I have put up the my personal Instagram link as well as my personal LinkedIn link down in the description of the video as well, as you are able to see. So if you want to connect with me on a personal basis, okay, you will be able to connect with me as well. So this is my connect with your mentor account right over here. So you can connect with me on both Instagram as well as on LinkedIn. It will be great to be able to talk to you guys as well. Okay, so this is the QR code for today, guys. Okay, this is a QR code for today, guys. The notes for today's class is down in the description of the video itself. Alpha LNS, you will be able to see from right over there. Okay, are you guys able to see the QR code? Please let me know. For those who want to connect with me on LinkedIn or Instagram, the link for the same is down in the description of the video. You can definitely connect with me. It will be great to talk to you guys as well. Okay. So this is the QR code for today's class, guys. Okay, you will be able to scan it. Okay, you can pause the video, you can take a screenshot, you can scan it as you like. Okay, that is totally dependent upon you. And that would be it. Okay. What about Discord? So we already have 31,000 people on our Discord channel as well. All the notes, all the queries, any kind of concern that you are having, any doubts that you're having, you can connect with us on our Discord channel. The link is down in the description itself. On the channel itself, you will be getting all the updates, as well as all our mentors are right over there from Google, Facebook, Microsoft, Amazon, every single company. If you want to talk to them, if you want to get to know a little bit more, if you have any doubts, you can post it right over there, and these guys will always be ready to help you guys out. Okay, so today's class is over. Okay, for those who want to leave, you can definitely leave as well. Okay, so today's class is over, guys. This is the QR code. You have to scan this QR code to get the attendance link. Okay. So like I said, guys, today's class is over. It was great meeting you. I hope to see you in tomorrow's class as well, and it will be amazing to talk to you, to learn a little bit more about you, and we'll have an awesome journey moving further. Okay, so like I said, guys, we'll meet tomorrow. Okay, we'll meet tomorrow and we'll have an awesome fun. Today's class is over, guys. If you guys want to leave, you can definitely leave. Okay, for those who want to connect with me, you can definitely connect with me as well. Okay, on both Instagram as well as LinkedIn. So thank you so much, guys. Bye, everybody. Okay, have a good night. Please do revise whatever we have learned in our today's class, guys. Okay, and it would be amazing, I guess. Okay, moving further, there's a lot that we have to study, and yeah. Thank you so much, guys. You can leave. Today's class is over. Okay, you guys can leave. We'll meet in our tomorrow's class as well. Do not worry about it. And for those who are not in any of the WhatsApp groups, you can join the Telegram channel. Okay, on the Telegram channel as well, we will definitely be posting all the updates right over there. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. We'll be meeting tomorrow. Have a nice night, and please do revise everything that we have learned. Okay, please do revise everything that we have learned. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. So I'll be ending the class right now, guys. We'll be meeting tomorrow at the same time. Please be on time. If you're missing out on the attendance, you will not be able to get these certificates, guys. So please be on time, guys. Please be on time. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Thank you, guys.